Kevin Hart just pissed off black people again and reignited the hate mob against them. Now, his response, I personally don't have a problem with. I just don't think it was smart at all to do. He came on specifically to respond back to the recent backlash he was getting because George Floyd family has made it pretty clear they not rocking with Kevin at all. And they made it clear during an interview with Lauren LaRosa when they brought up the Kevin Hart roast and they brought up how Tony Hinchcliffe during this roast, as well as other roasts, disrespected George Floyd, made fun of George Floyd, made George Floyd a subject of discussion when, you know, George Floyd was not in the room, and a roast is supposed to be a roast of the people in the room. Now, he made this clear while talking to Lauren LaRosa, and George Floyd family also did an interview with TMZ.
Thank you for joining me. I feel like we always have to have conversations around these things. So, you know, I apologize for that. But yeah, I think, you know, sometimes the conversations are needed for people to hear from you guys as George Floyd's family firsthand. So
yes.
I know you had saw some of the comments that we had made at the Breakfast Club in response to Tony Hinchcliffe and the George Floyd joke that was, you know, said at the Kevin Hart roast.
You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
I just don't understand like how that's funny. Like, here's my thing. Black comedians make actual funny jokes. White comedians make racist remarks and try to pass it off as a joke, as funny, as edgy, you know what I'm saying? Dark comedy. Why would someone say it? So on the flip side of that, when we make jokes about Charlie Kirk and all that stuff, now we're the a-holes and we're wrong and we shouldn't have a voice and we shouldn't have an opinion. I don't understand how someone can take someone's death and police brutality at that, which affects every race and every culture, and then try to make it seem like, oh, it's just a joke. Like, I don't understand at all. Plus, you're trying to say he's looking up at us, which you're insinuating that he's in hell right now. It's really weird. But am I surprised that Kevin Hart did this? Not really. Kevin Hart is known for kind of like selling out. Not really shocked by this, but it's just weird. Like, I don't even know why people. It's 2026. Why you even feel comfortable saying shit like that?
And you wanted to kind of talk a bit about that. So just let me know. Number one, did you watch the roast just as a Kevin Hart fan, or like did you hear about it afterward?
I heard about it afterwards, and I understand a roast. Let me just clarify that. I understand a roast, and well, from what I understand about a roast is about what you know, what you joke about that person specifically. So the reason why I felt kind of uneasy is because I was trying to figure out what did that have to do. What kind of punchline was that?
Y'all heard me co-sign those sentiments when I made my video on the joke. I just thought, like, how many more opportunities do black folks have to give Tony Hinchcliffe to disrespect us? George Floyd was not in the room. It was a roast of people in the room. He brought up George Floyd because he knew what he was doing. He has brought up George Floyd in every other roast he has done. And that's something
because it's a trending topic. And there's a couple of reasons that people do this. One is because they know it's automatically going to get some pushback. And honestly, at the end of the day, any publicity is good publicity. It can be bad, it can be good, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still good because it's bringing attention to you, it's bringing eyes on you. And some people are going to agree, some people are going to disagree. Look at Shut the Builder. Yes, we're going to say it's bad publicity. But at the end of the day, this man was able to raise his bond money through donations. He has enough people that support his racist remarks and racist, you know, whatever, racist actions to raise enough money through donations for bond money. Two, it's just because they're not funny. They don't have anything else to say. Like, what else are they going to talk about? What else are they going to say? White, name me a good white comedian, because all the good comedians I know are black. Bernie Mac, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock. All these people are actually very funny. Name me a white comedian besides Gary Owens. I kind of claim Gary Owens is black.
The family has also touched on, this man keeps on bringing up George Floyd to disrespect him. He has this weird obsession with George Floyd, and quite frankly, I think the weird obsession comes because he understands that it's going to piss off black people, and that's his aim when he does these things. He wants to piss off black people. You know, he can't thrive without us. He wants our reaction. And yeah, you know, this time it worked brilliantly, all right? We are calling it out because, at what point is enough is enough? So the brother does speak on that. He does touch on how Tony Hinchcliffe made a George Floyd joke during the Tom Brady roast.
And I'm gonna speak from my point of view is comedy. A roast is a roast is without that one person. Comedy is to make people, laugh and enjoy themselves. It's not supposed to be where you feel some type of way after you leave the room. You're supposed to leave with healing and happiness, and that wasn't the case. And I'm speaking from my point of view about my brother and from my family, but I'm even gonna go as far as the other topics with Bill Cosby. Those are other people's issues, and you don't know what kind of trauma and tragedy that family was going through. So stick to just who you supposed to be roasting. That's just my feeling on it.
And in us
That's true.
covering this.
That's true. I definitely feel like there's no point if the roast is about Kevin Hart, why are we bringing up George Floyd? If the roast is about Tom Brady, why are we bringing up George Floyd? I just don't understand things like that. Like, this person has nothing to do with this person. And the craziest part about it is Kevin Hart's over there kikiing and laughing and shit. For what? Like, for what reason? What reason does Kevin Hart have to sit here and laugh and joke and act like this is not a big deal? He sold out. That's what I feel like personally. That's the only other reason you can have for doing some shit like that. You sold out, bro. And you can agree with it or disagree with it. But if most other black people are just gonna look like, not even laugh at that shit, be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand it.
Hey, I didn't make the joke. Why y'all mad at me?
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. But our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not.
So basically what you're saying is you knew they were going to be racist. You accepted they were going to be racist. And when they were racist in front of your face, you laughed and joked about it. How about we set parameters for the roast? How about we do that? How about we be like, hey, no black jokes, no racist jokes, no dark, edgy humor. How about we go that? Because there's a lot of funny things you can say about Kevin Hart without being racist. You could talk about him cheating. You could talk about his height. You could talk about, like, his upbringing. You can talk about a lot of things. Why are we bringing up George Floyd? And it's the fact that you're fake defending this shit is what's really the weirdest part about it. Talking about, you're basically saying, why are you mad at me? I didn't do it. He did it, because you're sitting there laughing about it. That's like, that would go on any other race. If there was an Asian, if Jackie Chan got on there and they made a bunch of racist remarks about Asians, you don't think Asian people would be mad at Jackie Chan for sitting there laughing and kikiing with them? I don't understand that.
This isn't it's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to, because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set.
People did not like this at all. Now, if he
because you're defending it. Like, you're not trying. You're basically being like, no, you're looking at it the wrong way. Like, this is who he is. It's just the type of comedy or comic that he is. That's who he is. He's not racist, but he just makes those type of jokes. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you saying right now? It's also on the back end. It's kind of like, what do you think is the blowback you're gonna face from this? Did you even think about the blowback you were gonna face from having these racist comics on here? Like, it's like, if I walk around and I constantly slap women, am I a woman? Am I a abuser? Am I a woman beater? Yes. If he constantly walks around and makes racist jokes and racist remarks, is he a racist? Yes. I don't understand why people are not understanding that.
He crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what I know what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I know your style of comedy.
Did you see the interview that I did with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother?
No.
So he said,
No shot to you.
No, they expected you to kind of be the person that would like stop it right in the moment or just not allow for certain things to happen.
And he also said he wanted you to come harder. He said if they're going to joke, why you ain't come harder with your own jokes?
All right.
Racist jokes, I guess.
This is actually a good thing to give a rebuttal to.
See, then
They talked about my dead mom and my dead dad. Said that they were running a train on my mom. It was hilarious, right?
It was
that was crazy. Yeah.
And you let that happen, and that's all I needed to hear. So if you're letting them talk about your dead mom and your dead dad, and talking about they're running a train on your mom, my mom has passed away. If anyone came up to me and said that they're running a train on your dead mom in hell, I would literally flip shit. Like, it's going down just like that. And the fact that you're trying to excuse that and trying to use that as justification for the George Floyd thing, it lets me know everything I need to know. You sold out, you don't really care, you have low racial self-esteem, and that's okay, Kevin. But at the end of the day, one day, you're going to have to answer that question to your kids and stand tall and tell them why you're doing it.